In this video we're going to look at area. We'll do page 1, page 2 and page 3. On page 1 we'll do a couple of squares, page 2 we'll do 2 rectangles, and page 3 we'll do this shape here. Get the area of each shape. So on page 1 what I'd like to do is get a ruler, and if you need to press pause on the video please do so and go find yourself a ruler, and I'd like to genuinely draw a square that is in fact 3 inches on each side length. Okay, so we get a ruler and press pause and go find a ruler if you need time, and draw a line that's 3 inches long. Okay, and we're going to mark off each inch like this, see that? And then we're going to draw a perpendicular line here because we're drawing a square, so this needs to be a right angle here. 1, and mark off the 3 inches again. So please do this as part of your homework, part of your assignment. Draw a square that is 3 inches long on each side. I hope I didn't completely mess it up. Here we go, let's see. Okay. Okay. So to measure area, area means a measure of the amount of surface of something. Okay, so we look at length a lot. I mean, you've got length, which is one-dimensional, which is just, you know, the length from this point to this point, the length from A to B. How long is that? That might be about, you know, that is 1.5 inches. That is the length of this line. But area is a measure of surface. It's a different concept altogether. So the area of this square here is a measure of the amount of surface it covers, kind of like a tile, a bathroom tile or a flooring tile, something like that. So how are we going to measure area? Well, what we're going to do is, we know that it's 3 inches. This square is 3 inches on each side. What we're going to do is, in real life here, we are in fact going to split this square into little squares, and each little square will be 1 inch on all sides. So we're going to draw lines like this so that each side is split up into 3. Okay, now inside here, if we take one of these little squares, like let's take this square here, this square is 1 inch on each side. Okay, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch all the way around. Okay, so this little square here, and in fact I'm just going to, we could even draw that outside, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So this square here, that is 1 inch on all the sides of it, is called 1 square inch. That's what it's called, 1 square inch. And it is a measure of area. So if you want to measure how big or small a surface is, one way of doing it is to see how many square inches does this tile take up. How much square inch space does this tile take up? Let's say this entire square. And how many square inches are in this big square? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this entire square has an area of 9 square inches. Does that make sense? 9 square inches. Because there are 9 little squares, and each square is 1 inch all the way around. It's called 1 square inch. It's a square that is an inch length on each side. Now there's a way of writing square inch in shorthand so that you don't have to write out the word. Here's how you do it. IN and a little 2 in the top right hand corner. See that? IN with a little 2 in the top right hand corner. So 9 square inches can be also written as 9 and then IN with a little 2 in the top right corner of the N. And this is another way of saying square inches. So square inch can be represented by IN squared. IN squared. Kind of weird. Anyway, if you have and by the way, what so instead of having to draw things out, one way of calculating the area is to multiply the length of one side by the length of the other side of a square or rectangle. So we could go 3 inches multiplied by 3 inches, okay? And 3 times 3 gives 9, so the answer is 9, and it's measured in inches, so it has to be square inches or inch squared. And the other way of looking at getting that inch squared is, look, I have IN multiplied by IN, so that makes IN squared. Just kind of like if you had 5 times 5, that would be 5 squared. If you had 8 times 8, that could be written 8 squared, and so on, right? So this is 9 square inches. The side times itself gives you 9 square inches. Okay, so if we look at this square, it has a side length of 7 yards. And if you just want to calculate the area, go ahead and how would you calculate the area of this square? Well, you can say that, well, it's a square, and so this side has to be 7 yards as well, right? So the formula for the area is just go 7 yards multiplied by 7 yards gives what? Well, 7 times 7 is, what's 7 times 7? 49. And that it is 49, you know, the answer is 49 square yards. Now, the shorthand way of writing square yards is to say you have yard multiplied by yard, which gives YD squared, a little 2 in the top right corner. That's just another way of writing square yards. See? Square yards. So that's the answer. Now let's show that really quick. Now this is not actually 7 yards length, otherwise I would be a giant, right? It's not really like my hand, it'd be huge. Anyway, so it's not actually 7 yards, but if I split it up, or 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, is that split into 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I did it. So if I actually split it into 7, say like that, whoops, really crude drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's like, that was a bad one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is 7 again here. So what I'm trying to show really quickly is, like, if I draw, you know, split it into 7 across and 7 up and down, you can actually see that, okay, each little square in here, like this little square, is 1 square yard, 1 yard squared. This is 1 square yard. Now, how many of them do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 here. It's 14, 21, 35, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49 square yards would cover this space. This might be like a patio outside your house that's 7 yards times 7 yards, and you might have a tile that is 1 yard square. That'd be a big tile, and you need 49 of these tiles, and you would cover the entire patio. So that's measuring the area. The area of this patio would overall be 49 square yards. Okay, so going on to rectangles, same situation. Please get a ruler and press pause if you need to find it again or whatever, but get a ruler and we'll look at a rectangle that is 4 inches times 2 inches. Okay, so we're going to draw this rectangle here. It's 4 inches times 2 inches, and I guess you'd say the length is 4 inches and the width is 2 inches. Usually the long part of the long side of the rectangle is referred to as the length, and the short side of the rectangle is referred to as the width. So in any case, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what we're going to do is mark off on each side the inches. Okay, and then we're going to draw you know, this both of these sides are 2 inches long, of course, and so we're going to split this in two like that to show, because we want to show the square inches, right? And then of course this is split up into 4, so we're going to show the square inches so we can really see and touch the square inches. So once again, if I pick any square out of here, like this square here, this square is 1 inch length on all sides. It's 1 inch length on all sides. So this is in fact, this square here is in fact 1 square inch, and the shorthand way of writing that is 1 squared, 1 square inch. Okay. How many square inches does this rectangle take up? So this could be, say, a bathroom tile or something, a little small bathroom tile, but how many square inches are needed to cover this bathroom tile? How many square inches is it made up of? Well, it's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 square inches, right? And of course the fast way of getting that is to go 2 times 4 is 8, or in fact 2 inches times 4 inches gives what? Well, 2 times 4 is 8. Inch times so it's, you know, 8 square inches, or so we've got 8, I'll write down, square inches, or just look, in times in is in squared, 8 square inches, right? If you had a porch or something that happened to be 7 feet by 5 feet, what would the area of this this be? Porch, or you could be anything. Could it be part of a wall or whatever? Garage door, something like that. But this rectangle here is 7 feet by 5 inches. What's the area? So I should have written, sorry, the area of this last one was 8 square inches. Okay, what's the area of this guy? Well, again, you just take the length and times it by the width. 7 feet times 5 feet, right? Length times width. And 7 times 5 is 35, and we have feet times feet, so that's FT with a little square in it, which of course is 35 square feet. And what that means, of course, is if I split this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops, that wasn't very good, let me try again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and split this guy into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each one of these little squares, like this little square here, would be 1 foot by 1 foot. Okay, this is 1 square foot, or 1 foot squared. How many of these little squares are in here? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 21. See, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. 7 times 5 of them. There's 35 of these little foot squared squares in here. So the area of this rectangle is 35 square feet, or 35 feet squared. Okay. So on page 3, if you had a funny shape like this, let's draw it. It's 3 inches. Press pause if you need more time to draw this guy. 3 inches, and we're going to mark off the inches once again. And then we've got oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to draw that with the lesser color pen. Oh well. So we're just going to draw this guy up like that. See that? There we go. And we're going to cross off, or mark off the inches on this guy here. 1, 2. So it's 3 inches, 4 inches, 2, and then this little part here is 1. Alright. And then we will figure out what the area of this guy is. Okay? So press pause and draw this thing if you need more time. So what's the area of the whole thing inside? Well, I've marked off these little squares, and each square, of course, is 1 inch all the way around. Okay. But one way of doing this, and I know you can just count the squares and you get, 4, 8, 11. The answer is 11. But one way of doing it is, look, you've got this rectangle here. Let's call this the red rectangle. And then you also have this rectangle here. Okay, so you got 2 rectangles. So let's get the area of this rectangle. Area of the red, and then we'll get the area of the green, and we'll add them together. How about that? So if you had something that's a little bit more complicated, right? So what's the area of the green one? Well, yeah, this is 4 inches, this is 1, so 4 minus 1, this up here you'd figure out to be 4 minus 1, which is 3 inches. So this green guy is 3 times 1, which of course is 3 square inches, as we can see, 1, 2, 3. The red area is 2 times 4. 2 times 4, of course, is 8, so that's 8 square inches. Now if I take the green area and take these two guys and add them together, get 3 square inches and 8 square inches, the total area, would be, the 3 square inches, and then I add on the 8 square inches, so 3 square inches plus 8 square inches, and that gives me 11. So just showing you what, and these should all be squared, sorry. Just showing you what you could do if it was more complicated. You would just get this rectangle, then get this rectangle, and add the areas together, right? That's one way of doing it. There's other ways. You could get the area of the total and subtract this little part that wasn't included in the total. That's another way, right? If you want to do that for fun, you could. So you get the area of the whole thing, which would be 4 times 3 is 12, and then subtract 1, and that gives us 11. That's another way of doing it.